Now I am beginning to get very frustrated with this iron farm because this is now the third day that I'm trying to figure this out and nothing seems to be working. Hello everybody, Rogue Fox here, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock Season 6. This is episode 9 and I am coming to you from my base area where I have done a ton of digging, a lot more digging that is, in my base area. So, for those who remember, I think the last time I actually showed where I dug out to, I had shaved a little bit of this down. I believe this whole hill was right here, but as you can see, that is no longer the case. This took me, I don't even know how long this took me, maybe at least a couple days, and definitely had to go back and repair all my tools. There's a lot more sandstone in here than I thought. You can see it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers that I had to dig through, lots of sand. So with that, I have, as you may expect, a lot of sand and sandstone in my chests. But that's not all I did in between episodes. Like I said, I had a lot of sand and sandstone, so I kind of recycled my sandstone and I made my first build for my base area, and that is going to be this lovely pyramid right here. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. This is I believe off the top of my head, a 51 by 51 area. Right now it is empty on the inside. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it yet. I'm playing around with possibly putting my farms inside there just to have them all contained. This is chunk aligned, so that is very nice. I did use about, I'd say, 2.5 shulkers worth of sandstone, so that would be a double chest and another chest, I guess, of sandstone, but it's done. I also made a villager breeder right over there. I'm not sure if it's too close. I'm usually not too good at these things, but I have a villager breeder that's going to go right there. And like I said, not sure if it's too close to my librarians here and to where I want to make an iron farm, because I think that would be a nice centerpiece for the pyramid. I want to take a little break from all the digging and all the building and head over to the shopping district to check on my shops because I'm curious to see if I have made any profits. I want to go ahead and start with my sand shop. That's full. Oh, there are some diamonds right there. So 6 diamonds so far. All right, that is the sand shop restocked. Let's move on to the template shop. And a template has been purchased on this wall that is going to be Razor from the Trail Ruins. And let's go ahead and grab that. And on this wall, it looks like it's going to be the Wild Trim from the Jungle Temple. Perfect. All right, already at 36 diamonds. However, it does cost diamonds to make these. That's 7 diamonds there. And thankfully, I happen to have an extra copy in my box already of the Razor template. And finally, it's time to check out the newest shop, the loot box machine I made in the last episode, or what I ended up calling it is the Fox Box loot machine that gives out Fox boxes. But yes, they are essentially loot boxes for a diamond block. They pop out at random. The redstone lamp means that I do have some left in there, but let's see if anyone has made any purchases. The moment of truth, let's see, and I wonder if the legendary is, it's gone. So someone got an awesome deal on that one. And then it looks like 2 commons and a rare, because I had a common to make like a little arrow pattern. Same thing with the rare. I just did that. And then the legendary was right there. Okay. Nice. And that means there should be, yep, 4 diamond blocks. So that breaks down into 36 plus 29. That's a stack in 1 diamond. It has finally stopped raining after 3 straight days, even with sleeping. So this is nice. I always like recording when it's nice and sunny weather, not so much in the rain. Just, you know, it's all dark and gloomy. I have my replacement shulker boxes here, or my Fox box / loot boxes right here. And I do realize I never showed what I put in the legendary box, because at the end of that last episode, I kind of wanted to keep it a secret of what I actually had put in there. At the start of the episode, I had nothing because I wasn't quite sure at the time, but this is what I decided to do. So for a diamond block, if you happen to hit the legendary box, which I believe is like 11.1% chance based on a full dropper, of course, you are going to get while still in stock, a netherite ingot, which I think is very much worth it, a potion, 3 books, a name tag, which I've been putting in all of the shulker boxes because I have a lot of name tags. And then for this one, I usually do like a random stack of something. But for this one, I thought it'd be nice to give a stack of food. So that is what goes in the legendary box. And I don't know, if they keep winning that quick, the legendary boxes, I'm not going to have any netherite ingots left. I have a decent amount, but I didn't think they were going to go this quick. So let me go ahead and restock this. And I'm just going to go with my same pattern just because it looks nice to me. They're still going to pop out at random. So there we go. That is restocked. And now all my shops are restocked. A lot of progress has been made off camera. And I mean a lot of progress has been made. So for my pyramid, what I decided to do was make this my industrial area, which is why you see this lovely grid there. So the pyramid is actually chunk aligned to a 3x3 grid, which worked out perfectly. It's a 51 by 51 pyramid. I'm glad that's done, and I wasn't quite sure what I was going to fill it in with, but I decided it was going to be my farms, my industrial district, and this iron farm that I started. So I do have most of the villagers moved over. Like I said, a lot of work has been done, and man, I forget how tedious this is. I really don't make a lot of farms like this, like iron farms and stuff. So maybe I'm just not quick at doing it yet, or, you know, not the most efficient. But to me, yeah, it's just very exhausting to do. But I do have most of the villagers in place, and they are synced to these workstations here. And I just need to bring over a couple more. Yeah, they all look the same. And then I have the villager up top already. I still need to... Well, let me just go ahead and show you what I need to do. Over here, I have a villager breeder, which means, oh, there we go. Oh, the babies just turned into adults. Perfect. All right, there we go. I do believe my village is maxed out now. I have all 20 beds. I took all the beds from the village and transported basically the whole village into the iron farm here. But I was short a few, hence the villager breeder I have here. And this is the issue I think I have. I think I built this too close to the iron farm because I have the beds here. They're all synced to it. And then this villager is clearly linked to one of those workstations because there are no other workstations in the village. I did clear those out. So yeah, that's letting me know I built it too close. Again, I'm not the best at this stuff. So I followed the tutorial on the villager breeder. I followed the tutorial on the iron farm. I'll post a link to those down in the description below. So those were very, very helpful. But like I said, as far as my placement goes, I think I might have messed that up. But it shouldn't matter, I don't think, when I move them over here. I still want to keep these couple villagers around to hopefully repopulate the town when it's good and ready, which I'm not quite sure if I need to move them like to the other side of the island where they're clearly far enough away from the iron farm. I honestly have no clue if that's how that works, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. What I need to do right now is remove these beds here because for now the villager is pretty much done. I need to take these beds and move them over to the iron farm. Now I am beginning to get very frustrated with this iron farm because this is now the third day that I'm trying to figure this out and nothing seems to be working. I put everything which I think is in the correct places. I even made revisions to it, asked other members of the server for help, and I am still not getting any iron golem spawns. So I am getting very, very frustrated with this. And now I remember why I don't like to do these. So now the villagers are off the ground. They are back in a 1x1 cell up top. I have removed their job blocks and beds multiple times, but this is my current issue. Let me go ahead and show you. I have no clue what's going on. So I've been using fletching tables for all of them, right? Now, if I pop this open, they are all still somehow synced to the fletching table, even though there are no fletching tables around because I had them all surrounded right here. Even this guy had his fletching table right here, but somehow they are all still linked. I don't get it. I am here in a recent world download of the server. So, as you can see, we are inside my pyramid, fully closed. I don't think a roof has anything to do with it. All the spawning space is right here. I do have about 36 beds, I think, in this pile, which really shouldn't matter because we only need a max of 20. But, as you can see, well, first of all, there's an iron golem right there. So you can kind of see why I'm frustrated. I have all the villagers down below with all of their stations. I even have a nitwit somewhere running around not doing anything. There they are, right there, just standing right in the corner, doing absolutely nothing. But originally, just like you saw in a previous clip, I had all my villagers in cells right here on both corners with their crafting stations there, which did work in the creative world, which I originally did have, but that was not working for some reason. So I did this because I wanted to be able to visibly see them interacting with their tables, which they are, and clearly I'm getting iron golem spawns. So I tried that on the server. That did not work. Of course, I kept them contained. I didn't want them running around all over the place, but pretty much the same setup. And then it was suggested that I move them higher up, closer to the platform. So I moved all this up, all the villagers up here. That didn't work either. And then finally, the villagers are where you see them now on the server, in this corner here. But yeah, I just don't get it. There's an iron golem there. All the ways that are not supposed to be working are working in creative mode, but for some reason, they are not working on the server. So I am not sure what to do at this point. Oh wow, it actually worked. I am very, very surprised. So what I had to do was completely break all of the beds again and try to do them in the proper order. So broke the beds, broke all the job blocks. Unfortunately, there was a casualty, but there are still a total of 10 villagers in here. And pretty sure this iron golem might be a little hostile towards me. I did end up with I'd say a few casualties throughout this whole process, so I don't think the village is going to be quite too happy with me. But to me, it doesn't matter because I have myself an iron golem, and now I have to figure out how to get rid of it because I do not have the lava blade in place. To be honest, I'm actually shocked that this worked because, yeah, it's just been a very frustrating last couple of days. But finally, all of the hard work has paid off, and I really don't know what the issue was, to be honest. I'm not quite sure what did the trick, but having the villagers up here, I removed the beds and the job blocks, so everyone was completely jobless, technically, even though they all showed that they had their Fletcher hats, as you saw, which I still don't understand. I put the beds back down, they claimed them, I made sure to watch that. I put the job blocks back down, and maybe, I don't know, just speculation, but I could have sworn before I saw this villager claim this job block. When I was putting the block back down here, it was being claimed by a villager over here. So I'm wondering if that's what the issue was. Now that the iron farm is officially working, I can go ahead and officially claim this area as my industrial district because that's what I intended this area to be. As I mentioned earlier in the episode, this place is aligned to a 3x3 chunk grid. So that means with the iron farm in the center, I can place a bunch of different farms around here, probably have some sort of automatic storage system in here because, I mean, I do have the space. I can do a big sugarcane farm. Basically, any farm that I can fit in here, I can do on a large scale. So, yeah, I am very, very excited about that. And even if I wanted to, I guess I can dig below and do things underground as well. So many possibilities for me to do here. But ultimately, I am happy with this centerpiece. I just need to go ahead and clean it up and decorate it a little more so it's just a little more presentable. And then I do need to finish spawn proofing as it's about to be nighttime. Finish spawn proofing the outside of the temple because I can hear a bunch of things spawning outside, which I don't want because I don't want them getting through this 3x3 door. And now I'm debating if I want to put some sort of piston door here or something. I wasn't trying to do that because I was trying to keep it, you know, even actually ruining the pyramid a bit on the outside to make it look a little run down. So I feel like a piston door would not fit the vibe I'm going for here. But as far as safety goes, I might have to. I'm not sure. I will cross that bridge when I get to it. But first, what I need to do is actually spawn proof the outside of the pyramid. And now it's time to start spawn-proofing this pyramid. Well, mostly spawn-proofing it because the slabs are only going to go on the single layer of blocks right here. What I mean by that is there's a block here. I'm going to do slabs, and then it goes 2 blocks. So it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way up to the top. And I'm not putting blocks on this layer here because it look a little weird just having, you know, half a block showing on that portion of the pyramid or that layer of it. So I will definitely be having spawns there. I could possibly put stairs on the inside, so replace this layer with upside down stairs so light shines through. But then I will also have a bunch of random glowing lights coming through the pyramid, which kind of takes away from the feel of it, in my opinion. Now, thinking about what I want to do, because I don't want this to be a perfectly formed pyramid either. I want it to be crumbly in some areas, like it's been here for a very long time. It's starting to crumble. Even having some pieces crumbling here and falling onto the sand is what I'm envisioning. With that, it is going to encourage spawning because not everything is going to be completely spawn-proof, which is why, again, I hinted at possibly doing some sort of door here. Because, yeah, I've been taken by surprise a few times already by mobs spawning on here, especially the little babies running down the pyramid and then smacking me right when I came outside the door. That was not fun. Yeah, it gave me quite the jump scare there. So, things I have to consider, and also a reason why I kept the villagers off of the ground in the first place, because I don't have to worry about them getting attacked, but I do have to worry about myself getting attacked coming through here. I just took out a creeper not too long ago, so they are capable of making their way inside, and if I'm going to have farms, that is something I definitely don't want. I spent some time AFKing this, and now I have myself 2 double chests, and this is the iron that I do have, almost a full double chest, minus the 15 hoppers that I made from the iron, and then the poppies. You can see there's only 1 stack of poppies in there. That's because I've already emptied it and put all the poppies I have down below. So my iron was going into the second double chest, and I don't know what to do with these. I guess I'm just going to compost them or something, because, yeah, I have no clue what I'm going to do with all of those flowers. And I think this is a great place to end the episode. I had a very frustrating last few days trying to make that iron farm, and don't worry, I already got rid of the villager breeder. I figured that was probably one of the main issues, but something I'm still very, very curious about is, so this is just within the 97 block range of the pyramid, and I think about right over here, I'm out of range. So my thought process was, I'll get the 2 out, and I'll take them down here, so you can see where my lovely track was going. So even being way over here, these villagers were still claiming, let's see if I can jump up here. So the villagers that I had right here, so I had the 2 that were up top, and I still had 1 down below. I had an extra. I moved them clearly far enough away from the pyramid, yet they were still claiming the fletching tables inside of the pyramid. It just made absolutely no sense. So one of the things I did to troubleshoot it, I didn't share it earlier, and this is weird, and it didn't work the second time when all of the villagers just had fletching hats, even though there were no fletching tables. What I decided to do was make barrels for their job block. I placed them all right here, and then all of the villagers inside the pyramid were claiming the barrels over here, and then, of course, these villagers claimed the barrels at some point, and then I removed them to make them all jobless. Like I said, it has been very, very frustrating trying to do all of this, but in the end, it all worked out because the iron farm is up and running, and as you see now, I have about a double chest full of iron. And I think in the next episode, I will build that 3x3 door because I am tired of getting attacked every time I walk outside. And it doesn't help that I'm AFKing, so when I do finally walk out, I just have a bunch of mobs waiting for me. And yeah, I'm not having a very fun time with that. So I think I will build a 3x3 piston door in the next episode. I do have an idea of how I'd like to do that, and I do want to incorporate the new shulker catalyst, I think it's called, like basically the shulker sensor that you can program. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called off the top of my head. It's a new block. I guess it's not too new. I personally haven't played with it, so it's new to me, but I think it has a lot of potential and can help with what I want to do for this door. So with that being said, everyone, this is going to be the end of today's episode. I really hope you all enjoyed. This has been Rogue Fox, and I will see you later.